Yes, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Please check out my other videos on my channel, Joe Vinny Mafucci Podcasting Show. It is full of content that I see behind the curtains, political content, stuff on Trump, stuff on the Democratic Party, Republicans, on America. I am a perfect analysis on UFC and fights. I'm 15 and 0 predictions, and almost in exactly the rounds that it gets stopped in, or split decisions. Also, I have some animal videos to check out. Follow me on Twitter, Joe Vinny Mafucci Podcasting Show. Please like and subscribe and listen to this liar who we all know that Joe Biden has lost his faculties, but this lady is committing high crimes, misdemeanors, treason, deceiving the American public for close to 4 years now, a few months or 4 years. She is a liar and has deceived the public intentionally. I believe 150 years ago, this lady would have been hung, but I guess she gets away with it at this point. But hopefully in the future, reporters will stop doing this, and the White House press, once Trump gets in, won't be doing this.
We had our chat yesterday.
Yes, thank you, Karine. Does President Biden commit to serving a full second term if reelected?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
Thank you. We know the president says that his health is fine, but it's just his brain, and that he's sharpest before.
He was joking, by the way. I just want to make sure that that's out there. And he was making a lighthearted joke as he was speaking off. He's speaking off the cuff, and he was making a joke. You know the president; he likes to joke a lot.
Nobody believes that, bro.
He's the same guy who says, "I know I look 40," right? So he likes to make jokes. It is a joke. I think people laugh when he says it.
Well, he also said.
See, it's not a joke because he's the leader of the free world. He has to deal with China, Russia, Iran, Yemen, Syria, Iraq, the EU, UK. He cannot even lead our country. He can't even stop the inflation, the invasion at the border deliberately. Groceries are up, gas is up. He's cut off our oil, our natural gas. And he's got dementia and Parkinson's, and he's just a jackass who's stubborn. And so she is just a pathological liar, but she'll pay for her lies because every spoken word God listens to.
He's sharpest before 8 p.m. So say that the Pentagon at some point picks up an incoming nuke. It's 11 p.m. Who do you call? The First Lady?
What the hell?
He has a team that lets him know of any news that is pertinent and important to the American people. He has someone that is decided, obviously, with his National Security Council on who gets to tell him that news.
So Kevin McCarthy just said that when he was the speaker, many times when we had meetings in the Oval Office, Jill was there as well. When the First Lady's in these meetings, is she making decisions or is she just advising the president?
No, the president is the president of the United States. He makes decisions.
I doubt that.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, well, I mean, my God.
Family member. President Biden has told me before, he and his son don't have any business dealings together. So what is Hunter Biden doing in White House meetings?
Are you talking about the meeting where they came together from Camp David and the two of them?
No, several meetings, lady.
The president's meeting, and he was there.
There's a report that aides were struck by his presence during their discussions.
Look, I can't. I'm certainly not going to get into private conversations that occur.
Is he all right upstairs?
What I can say is, and I spoke to this before, is that when they came back from Camp David, the president spent a couple of days at Camp David with his family. He is very close to his family, as you know. It was the week of 4th of July, which is why his family members were here last week. They walked together, and they walked together into the meeting.
Well, duh.
Can you say if Hunter Biden has access to classified information?
No.
And are you guys just not, since February, testing President Biden for Parkinson's or for dementia? Because if he gets a bad result, it's all over that day.
Exactly.
again, as I've said many times before, the president has had a fulsome, comprehensive, what we shared with you was comprehensive, but he's had a full physical. We've shown the results of those physicals this past 3 years.
You know what this lady should say? I'm sorry, I can't do this job anymore. I can't continue to lie to the American public. But no, she'll continue to say, I'm just doing my job. And just like Germany, when we had the Nuremberg trials, the second trial was called, I'm just doing my job. Sorry, I'm putting you in the gas chamber. I'm just doing my job. Sorry, I'm lying to you over and over and over on every question. I'm just doing my job. It's just a lie for the president.
We showed it just 4 months ago, and it is in line with what we have done, similar to President Obama, similar to George W. Bush. We are committed to continue to be transparent. We are committed to continue to show the results of those physicals. And look, it's the president's medical team that makes the decision. We are not, with all due respect, you're not a doctor, I'm not a doctor. It is
You don't
the
got to be a
president's
doctor to
medical
tell.
unit that makes a decision on what the president needs.
Not a doctor, just play one on TV. But I know
that's
that
scary.
that is scary.
Wow.
But I know that, especially as adults get into their 80s, health conditions can pop up more than just once a year when he's getting his physical. I think if my wife saw me on TV misspeaking or saying the wrong thing or seeing a change in my appearance, she would probably say, let's go to a doctor just to make sure that you are okay, you have a family, you have an important job. Why doesn't anybody in the president's family urge him just to go to get checked out to say the coast is clear?
Okay.
Boy.
So just to step back just a little bit, because I think you weren't in the briefing room last week. I don't want to go backwards, but just to share a little bit about that night. The president said it was a bad night. He talked about it. He had a cold, right? He talked about his schedule, right, being abroad.
His schedule being abroad was he had 7 days in Camp David to sleep and just go over his speech, and he couldn't even pull that off. What is this lady talking about his jet lag? From where? Okay, that's not true, but she's going to continue to gaslight the United States public and commit high crimes and misdemeanors, commit treason, because when you're deceiving the American voters, you're trying to sway an election in a direction that it should not be going. He is not making the decisions. We don't even know who we're voting for with him.
And so we've spoke about what that night was like for him. And we understand what the American people saw, what you all saw. We've spoken to that. And I also would say, and I think you know this, Peter, you've covered a couple of administrations at this point, that the president, every president, has a White House medical unit that is with him 24/7, that is available to him 24/7.
Okay.
That is unlike any other American, right? That is not the norm. That is uncommon. Just down on the other side of the colonnade is where the medical unit is. And I did share that the president checks in while he's exercising with his doctor a couple times a week. And so he has that. He has something that majority of Americans, all Americans I would probably argue, don't have, which is a full medical unit that is with him at all times.
Don't be ridiculous.
And he gets a full physical, annual physical that we share with all of you. And that is very different than an everyday American who sometimes they're lucky if they can go get a physical. They have to get into a car. They have to take public transportation. The president has, again, a medical unit that's with him here at the White House and travel.
He's trying to say people can't get to a doctor in America. Wow, it's only Joe Biden that doesn't seem to be able to get to a doctor in America.
Wow.
So I guess the question is just, you're saying this is not a situation where you would rather just not know if there is an issue with the president, because if he does get a bad result, it is all over. He has to leave office right away. He can't run for re-election.
First of all, it's a hypothetical, right? That you're giving me a hypothetical.
Not really,
but
lady.
I will also say, just to clear this up,
Okay.
The White House medical unit, his doctor, they don't believe that he needs anything more than what we have been able to provide, a full, detailed, very comprehensive physical that he had 4 months ago.
I think we've seen enough of this video, enough of the lighting. You get the point. Okay. Everybody, please like and subscribe to my channel. I have great content. Check out all my other videos. Giovanni Mafucci Podcasting Show. Joe Vinny Mafucci Podcasting Show, the one you're watching this on. Check out my other videos. Please like and subscribe. And follow me on Twitter, Joe Vinny Mafucci Podcasting Show. And thank you so much.